talking about. What's going on, boy? It's your boy Tirado. Welcome to the Next Level Fear Show. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Hold on. There's no need for us to play music because I want you guys to listen to what I have to say. All right? Today's topic is going to be about protein and the importance of protein along with other things when you're losing weight, when you are dropping down from 300, 400 pounds. I'm talking to you guys, people. Those that are in a terrible situation, man. Single, divorced, middle-aged, haven't had a significant other in years. You know who I'm talking about. Fucked up, okay? I'm trying to put the word out. I'm not a professional trainer. I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular dude just like you, okay? That went through it all, and I'm just trying to help any of you who are out there, you know, seeking information, and trying to find the easy way, because there is an easy way. It just requires a little bit of work. That's it. All right, so let's get into it. Protein. Why is protein important? We all know it. So I'm going to skip through all the BS. We know that it's the building blocks of muscle. Let me skip all that nonsense, okay? I'm going to make this short, and then I'm going to go into other things. You want to prioritize protein first with whatever you're eating. All right, so I'm talking to those who have a terrible diet. Those that are eating the pizzas and the cakes and potato chips and all that good shit, right? Stuff that doesn't even fill you up. If you are ready, if you are completely ready to start this journey and understand that it's going to take you, 5 to 7 years for you to see a significant difference, if you're ready, then you would have purchased a food scale already. Because you can't do it without it. You're going to have individuals that are going to tell you, increase your step count, work out, join a gym, start walking and all that stuff. Not understanding that everything hurts. Everything in your body hurts. You wake up in the morning, you have trouble getting out of bed. You're walking downstairs or going up the stairs, your knees hurt. Your elbows hurt. Your fingers hurt. Everything hurts because you are highly inflamed. You have issues with your hormones, your blood markers, your blood sugars. Everything is just out of whack. You are insulin resistant, and now they expect you to go and join a gym, do 10,000 steps a day and all that stuff, because that's what they know. So when I was overweight, and I wasn't 400 pounds, but I was 200 pounds. 200 pounds at 5'7" was a lot for me because I was never that big. As you can see in my thumbnail in my last video, you'll see it. That picture right there was actually, I was already 1 year into my training. And so I had lost significant weight there. So, and the reason why I can't put, my fat picture up is because I lost all my freaking images on a hard drive. I lost 10 years worth of work. Unbelievable. It's whatever, man. But 10 years worth of work, family videos, family pictures, all that stuff, 10 years worth of work down the drain. I lost it all. And including the process of me losing weight, I lost those too. And so I was able to get that image off of another hard drive that I had where I was storing some additional photos. But anyhow, it hurt. It hurt for me to get up out of bed and it hurt. My knees hurt. I couldn't even do a lunge. It hurt to train. I joined the gym and it was hard. Oh my God, was it hard? I just remember the first day of me training, trying to do what I used to do, and that was the biggest mistake, and I couldn't train for a week. So what would I say to myself going back 3.5 years ago? What would I say to myself? I would say, don't change your diet. Just cut back a little. And when I mean a little, I mean a little. Like I said in yesterday's video, 250 calories. I want you to cut that back, but I need you to be as accurate as possible, which means you have to buy a scale. And everything you eat, everything you make, you have to weigh it. So that way you have a pretty close, accurate number in terms of your calories. I'm not talking about proteins or fats, carbohydrates. I'm not discussing that yet. I would tell myself, get a scale and start weighing everything you have. Well, Rad, how do I weigh pizza? Well, you got to do an estimate. All right, there's estimates. You got to try to get as close as possible. Maybe the place that you're going to has calories. You know, if you're ordering from Domino's or maybe a private pizzeria, then it's kind of difficult. If you love pasta, kind of difficult. But there are apps that have these sort of things, and it goes by weight. So they'll tell you if you're having, 2 cups of, fettuccine Alfredo, they'll give you a roundabout number, right? But you got to have a scale for that. You don't have a scale, you're not going to be able to determine it. All right? So getting a scale and getting used to weighing everything is going to be key to this process, because as time progresses, you're not even going to realize the scale is there. Like to this day, I still use my scale to this day. It's like nothing to me. Okay. Well, what do you do when you're going out? You're having dinner. Then honestly, I fast. I won't have anything because I know that dinner is probably going to be around 2,000 calories or maybe 1,500 calories. So I'll fast the entire day. But that's because I'm already on that level. So I don't want to jump ahead. I just want to stay focused. I want to stay focused to the individuals that are just starting, the individuals that don't want to join a gym yet. You know what I mean? I know who you are. Don't want to go to the beach yet. Don't really want to be seen in public. You want to do this privately, and you want to stay in your shell, your comfort zone, and then pop out out of the water like that commercial with the Marine when he's got his face paint on and he pops out and he just rises out of that water looking real tough. That's what you guys want to do. Unfortunately, it's going to take time. Why? Because yesterday when I said eliminate 250 calories from your diet, in 14 days you'll lose a pound. That's only 2 pounds a month, right? Well, at 24 pounds a year, if you look at it in that sense, that's good weight. 24 pounds a year, that's great weight, right? It's a noticeable difference. Even if you're 350 pounds, that's still almost 25 pounds. And in most cases, you're going to lose 25 pounds. But I'm just sticking to 24. I'm trying to stick to 2 pounds a month, compensating for the times that maybe you might mess up, you might overeat. Maybe there's an event, Christmas time, there's Thanksgiving. During those months, you tend to eat a little bit more. So let's just say 24 pounds a year. That's a noticeable difference. In 2 years, if you stay consistent, close to 50 pounds, huge difference. Okay? So how do we get there? How do we stay there? Yesterday I said, if you cut back 250 calories, you're not even going to feel that. That's not going to be anything for you. Like 250 calories is nothing. And I was telling everybody, don't stop what you're eating. Just take away 250 calories worth of whatever it is you're eating. That could be a half a slice, you know. That can be, I don't know, a half of a burger. You know, so if you're having 10 burgers a day, a half of a burger is not going to kill you, right? You're not even going to feel that. For those that want to be a bit more aggressive because you're truly ready to take this journey, then do 500 calories. And instead of losing 2 pounds a month, you'll be losing 4 pounds a month. You'll be losing a pound a week. I'm going to go over this math as to how do I determine how many calories I'm eating? Okay. Multiply your weight by 15. All right, so I'll do that right now. Let's just say I am 275 pounds, and I'm going to times that by 15. That's 4,125 calories, roughly, that I could have, that I'm having every single day to maintain 275 pounds. Now, if you're a taller individual, like if you're a male, let's just say you're 6'2", you're going to multiply your weight. You're going to times that by 16. If you're somewhere in the middle, let's just say 5'6" to 5'10", okay? You guys are going to multiply that by 15. And if you're shorter than like 5'6", then multiply that by 14. If you're a female, and let's just say you're 5 foot, all right, you're going to multiply your weight by 14. If you're 5'5" to let's just say 5'9", multiply your weight by 15. And if you're taller than 5'9", multiply your weight by 16. Whatever number you get, that is the amount of calories that you're consuming every single day to maintain your current weight. All right, you can figure that out, and you can put that to the test by calculating and weighing your food, calculating all of the calories, and seeing what you come up with at the end of the day. Now, most people will fluctuate 5 to 10 pounds daily, okay? It just all depends on how much you eat. But we kind of stay the same, right? Most people kind of are in the range of, you know, their weight. If you're 250 pounds, you might go down to 242 one day and then go up to 252 one day, right? Or maybe to 262 one day. It all depends. You might have more carbohydrates. You might have more sugars that day, and that will fluctuate where your weight is. But in general, you're in that, 10 to 20 pound plus or minus range. So like I said, for those that are serious, went out and bought themselves a scale, you got it, right? And you're ready to go. You're weighing your food and you're doing the math. You're punching in your weight times your number, whether it's 14, 15, or 16. And now you're saying, oh yeah, I am eating this much. I am. This is why I'm this weight. Okay, now what you can do is you can deduct either 250 or deduct 500 calories from that number. I'm not telling you to go out there and start eating vegetables and lean poultry and fish and all that stuff. I'm not saying for you to do that because, number one, it's super expensive. You're not there yet. Even if you could afford it, your body is just not accustomed to having it. So your body is going to go through these hunger pangs because it's so used to having carbohydrates and sugars that your body really is going to still call for the carbohydrates and the sugars. So you got to start off slow. You can't expect this to happen right away. It's not going to happen. It took you however many years for you to reach your current weight. What makes you think in a matter of weeks things are going to fucking change? It's not going to happen. So, Like I said, if you're serious, deduct 500 every single day from your calories. Okay, so I'll use 4,000 as an example. If it's 4,000 calories, deduct 500. Now you're at 3,500 calories every single day, and in 1 week, you're going to lose 1 pound. Here's where people kind of mess up. This is where I messed up. I didn't realize that when I did lose that pound, the following week, I was supposed to readjust that number. Right? It's not by much, though. So when I was 200 pounds times 15, my calories were 3,000 a day, right? So for that 1 week, I lost that 1 pound. I forgot to say, okay, let me readjust the math. Now I'm 199 times 15. So now I'm 15 calories less. I'm at 2,985 calories versus 3,000. Do you honestly believe that your body's going to know the difference between 15 calories, a 15 calorie reduction for that entire week? Do you honestly believe like your body's going to be like, wait a second, I need 15 more fucking calories? No, absolutely not. This is why I'm saying the slower the better. And you keep doing this every single week. You jump on the scale every Sunday, no clothes on, early in the morning. As soon as you wake up, get on the scale. That is your truest weight because you've been fasting all night. Jump on the scale and see how much you weigh. For the remainder of the week, that is the amount of calories that you eat. Make sure you adjust it, right? Adjust it accordingly. And then for that following week is what you have. It gets harder the lighter you get. But for those that are 300 and 400 pounds, you're not going to feel a difference until you're in the 250 pound range. So you guys got a lot of time, man. You guys got a lot of time before you start feeling hungry. I know there's so much to cover, and I get it. I understand that there's a lot of people that may have problems with their insulin, diabetics, all of that, right? And are in jeopardy. For those that are in jeopardy that need to be on medication because without it, it's life-threatening, do what you got to do. Take the medication until your weight starts to drop significantly and you start feeling better, and then you can slowly wean yourself off. I had low testosterone levels. Quick story. When I first started, I was in the 200 range, extremely low. Okay. I was almost a woman. And, the following year, when I got my blood checked, I was in the 400s. Today, I'm in the 700s. When I first started, if I went to a testosterone replacement clinic, they would have said that I would have been a perfect candidate for testosterone replacement therapy because of how low my testosterone is. I'm glad I didn't listen. I'm glad I didn't fall into the trap, because those individuals that are on testosterone replacement therapy without losing the weight first, without trying their best to get their hormones straight through proper dieting, those individuals will forever have to be on TRT. Forever. Imagine that. Fuck that. You can get your testosterone levels back up if that's what you're concerned about. Okay? It's gonna be hard work. The lighter you get, the more weight you lose, it's just gonna get harder and harder and harder. But again, we're middle-aged people. We're in our 50s. We're not trying to look like bodybuilders. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to do powerlifting competitions. We want to look good in a suit. We want to look good in clothes. We want to be able to go out and look younger and feel great. You know what I mean? Like have that energy that we used to have. That's what we're training for. We're not training to get into a fucking thong. Come on. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic, man. We're training for longevity. We're training so that way when we reach 60, 70, 80, God willing 90, that we can still drive. We can still go up the stairs. We're not going to the doctors and having back surgery. We're not falling down. We still have, muscle. And this is why protein is so damn important. Protein is important because as we age, we need the protein to keep our muscles going. You have to eventually, once you lose the weight, you have to eventually start to train. You got to start resistance training with the weights. I went out and I did a video and I bought myself a pair of Snowed adjustable dumbbells. All you need is the adjustable dumbbells and a bench, and that's it. You can put that in your kitchen. You can do full body workout with those dumbbells. Take a look at my video, man. Those dumbbells are the truth. They go up to 80 pounds it comes with extra weights, so it really goes up to 90 pounds. I know for a fact many of you can't even lift half of that. So it is unnecessary for you to have like 120-pound dumbbells, right? It's unnecessary. Unless you got the money and you can go out and you can get the rack and get the 5 all the way to 120 and spend $7,000 and knock yourself out. But for those who are ready to, get it in, those who are ready to start training and maybe training in your house, the comfort of your own home, the adjustable dumbbells are the way to go. And I'm not going to leave the link. Because I'm not being sponsored by them. Fuck that. Right? You can just click on that video and you can see which one I'm talking about. All you need is a bench and a pair of adjustable dumbbells and you're on your way. We'll do a video on how to work out and train with the dumbbells and the proper training cycles and all that stuff. We could do all that later, but for now, protein is important. So protein is also going to keep you satiated throughout the day. So as a rule of thumb, what I do first is I make sure that I'm 160 pounds now. I make sure that I'm getting 160 grams of protein every single day before I have my junk food, because I still have my junk food. Popcorn. Yesterday I had banana cake, felt great. I still have it. I still go out, I eat pizza, I still do all of that. All right. Lost my train of thought. Okay. It's difficult to get all the protein in throughout the day because even myself, I find it difficult because sometimes I just don't want to eat. Okay. 160 grams of protein for me is a lot. I'm at like 4 8-ounce pieces of chicken, grilled chicken. Okay. I'm having that with rice, a vegetable, and I'm eating that 4 times a day. By the time I have my 4th meal, I'm stuffed. Sometimes I'll say, you know what? I'll leave out the 4th meal because I already have 150 grams of protein and I'll just have some junk food at night. Okay, so you can do this. If you prioritize the protein first, it's going to get you it's going to get you full. It's going to keep you satiated. And then once you achieve that number, once you got all your proteins in, and then go out and you can have your carbs and your candies and all that other shit, whatever it is you guys want to eat. Make sure you don't go over your macro though, right? Make sure you don't go over that calorie number. Trying to remember if I'm forgetting anything. So the more protein you have, and you're keeping it simple, 1 gram of protein per body pound. If you're 400 pounds, I wouldn't suggest that you have 400 grams of protein. You wouldn't be able to do it. There's no way in the world you'd be able to do it. 400 grams of protein is a lot. That is a lot of meat. It's not happening. So, what do I suggest? Pick a number. What's your ideal weight? Right now, if you're saying, damn, if I can get myself down to 240, that would be dope. Okay. So have 240 grams of protein every single day and commit to that. Make that your number one priority. Every single day, I got to have 250 grams or 240 grams of protein. And whatever else I have left, and then I can just, eat whatever else. Ice cream, cake, or whatever. Why? Because I'm weighing it. I know the numbers. I know the calories that I'm allowed to have. So everything else is fine. For those of you that are saying, well, what about the sugars? Should I stop eating sugars? What about the fat? Don't worry about all of that. You are already in a calorie deficit. Don't worry about that. Just don't go over the number. You have to restrict yourself in that way. If your calorie number is 4,000 calories, then don't go over 4,000 calories. You can have whatever you want. Okay? So I think I made that clear. If I didn't and you're confused, leave a comment in the comment section. But here's the other thing. The other thing is this. For those of you who still have jobs, who still work, and you have labor-intensive type jobs, I would suggest buying a pedometer. Why? Because the pedometer is going to keep your step count. It's not going to be accurate, but it's going to be a roundabout, okay? An average. So if you're working, and let's just say you are a laborer, I don't know, you're mowing lawns for a living, right? And we all know that you can burn a lot of calories doing that. The question is, if I'm physically active and I'm doing cardio, and let's just say I'm walking, or my step count is about 15,000 steps a day, and I'm consistent with that because of my job. And with the 15,000 steps, I've entered in my weight, my height, my gender, and it's given me an estimated calorie number of about, let's just say 500 calories burned throughout the day. Okay. Can I have an additional 500 calories? And the answer is yes. All right. This is where it gets confusing. If you burn 500 calories because you're doing cardio, or because you're just up, you're standing up, you're moving around, right? And on your watch, everything is entered in correctly. Let's just say you have the iWatch and it says you burned 500 calories for the day, you met your goal. You're already in a 500 calorie deficit, or maybe 250 calorie deficit, whichever you're doing, because you're pulling that back from your meals that you're having daily. So anything that you're burning throughout the day because your job is, labor intensive, or You're the type of individual, maybe you're retired and you're just walking throughout the day, you're moving around, you're out in the back in the garden, you're just doing things, right? So now when it comes time for you to eat, maybe you're fasting for 16 hours a day and you're giving yourself an 8-hour window. When it comes time for you to eat, what do you do with those calories that you've burned? Well, don't make the mistake that I made. Because the mistake that I made when I was out walking for 2 hours a day, okay, my step count was always over 15,000 steps a day, always. All right. I was burning 1,000 calories every single day. I wasn't adding those calories back into my diet. So I was losing so much weight so quickly, I lost a lot of muscle in the process. I started to get weaker. That's when I noticed that my sleeping was off. I developed insomnia. Literally, I couldn't sleep. And so everything just got out of whack. So yes, the answer is this. If you are highly active or you are active, and let's just say you're burning 500 calories a day, the answer is yes, you can add those calories back in. So this is what your number looks like. If you are the type of individual, you did the math, the calculations, your weight with the number 15, 16, or 14, and you're at, let's just say 4,000, and now you're going to deduct 500 calories to put you on a 1 pound a week pace, which is a decent pace. And now you're moving around daily, and at the end of the day, you have burned 500 calories. Go ahead and add those 500 calories back into your diet, which will put you back up to 4,000. So how am I losing weight then if I'm back at 4,000? Well, because you're not accounting for the exercising or the step count or your job, what you're doing throughout the day. You're not accounting for that. You already pulled back 500 from your meals. You pulled back. You took away food to keep you at a 500 calorie deficit a day. So you're already, from the beginning, you're already in a calorie deficit. Now, whatever you're doing throughout the day is extra. So I wouldn't suggest you go ahead and say, well, I want to lose weight faster, because if you do that, you're going to wind up binge eating at some point. Your body's going to shut down. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel strong, blah, blah, blah. Get those calories back in. The more food you can eat and still lose weight, how sweet is that? Now, you could fact check me, but I know I'm right. Fact check me all you want. Okay? I stopped doing cardio to that extent. I'm not walking 2 hours a day. I stopped doing that. So now I'm hovering. I went from 150. Now I'm hovering around 160, feeling fantastic. God, am I feeling fantastic? In every way, okay? I feel stronger. Well, I'm not stronger today than when I was in my 20s, but I just feel fantastic, man. I do not feel like I'm turning 51 years old. And I know I don't look like I'm turning 51 years old. Okay, but had I kept doing what I was doing, man, right now I don't even know where I'd be right now. I probably would be single. Just like y'all. Fucked up. Feeling sorry for myself. So, with that being said, tomorrow I'm I'm going to do a video. I should do a video on strength training and why it's important to, why it's really important to lift weights, especially when you're getting older. Why is it important to lift weights, man? Maybe you guys already know, but if you don't, you have to lift weights. It's a must. Okay? If you're doing calisthenics, you got to add weight to your body. Okay? It's a must. We can get into it. Okay? We can get into it, but you have to now start prioritizing building your muscle as you get older. I want to be 100 years old still doing squats. I'm going to be that dude. If God willing, okay, God willing, I'm going to be 100 years old still getting it in. At 65, I'm abbed up at 65. Even in my 70s, I am abbed up in my 70s. Why? Because my mindset, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking longevity. It's not about the summertime, just getting lean for the summer. No, I'm thinking way ahead of that. All right, so with that being said, everybody, I will see you tomorrow. I appreciate those that just followed the channel, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully I can keep you interested. I am going to do a bit of everything. Anything I hear on the news, anything that's trending, trust me, I'm going to react to it, lend my opinion, and keep it interesting, all right? I will get to photography at some point. It's just, I find it interesting when I'm talking about current events and all that other good shit, pissing people off. So until then, man, I'll see you on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Let's go.